So I'm tapping into this energy of like pure bliss and excitement. And it's like waking up and you've seen snow for the first time. I feel like a little kid. And it's funny because in where I live, it did just snow. So this might be for you if you just had snow this morning and you have been feeling like something is coming, because something is coming. And I feel like a little kid on Christmas morning. Like there's like so much excitement and just so much like shock. And as I am, tapping into this energy, I'm seeing like a little kid with their eyes so big when they see this thing that is being brought towards them. And it's going to make you believe in miracles again. And this is something that you've been wanting, you've been wishing for since you were a little girl or a little boy or a little they, them, whatever your gender is. And you've always dreamed of this thing. And this thing is going to shock you, because I think there was a point in time where you gave up and you were like, oh, well, this thing isn't meant for me, I guess. Like, I'm just not meant to have this job. I'm just not meant to like have this type of love. I'm just not meant to like live this type of life. And, you continued to do the inner work. You continued to show up for yourself. You continued to do all of that. And that's why this is coming towards you, because they have seen you doing the work. They have seen you continue to follow through. They have watched you work really hard. And you have some badass ancestors on the other side guiding this thing towards you. And you are going to be in absolute shock when you see this thing. And you're going to be in this place of like absolutely shocked and tears of joy. I think there's a part of you who has always held on to the faith of this thing, but you've told yourself that it's like not going to come, and it's going to shock you when it shows up, because it's going to be completely life-changing. And I see it coming within the next 2 to 5 weeks. So sometime in December, it feels like. And it's really going to bring back faith for you in some ways. I think that there's a part of you that like lost faith in yourself, is what I just heard, but also lost faith in like your team, universe, God, source, divine, whatever you call it. And this is going to like reinstate that for you in some ways, because there's no way that this thing just comes out of nowhere, and you'll know it. You'll feel it in your soul when it's time. I feel like a really deep warmth, like my heart is warming up for the first time in a really long time. And there's something really beautiful about this energy and that feeling. I don't know why, but lizards can be significant. I just saw a lizard. I heard that like you have like known and been divinely guided to this place, and it's going to make everything make sense. So, the reason that you had to move, the reason why you couldn't keep that job, the reason why that relationship ended, like everything is going to all make sense and become clear. I'm seeing like the Ace of Swords in my mind's eye. Like everything's going to totally become clear on really what this is about and why this happened and why this had to happen that way. And you had to release this thing and think that it wasn't coming in so that you could release the energetic tie that you had to it. So one thing is that when we are overly focused on certain goals or certain things or manifestations or certain wants, whatever it is, energetically, we are holding on to that thing so tightly that it is actually keeping it away from us. And I'm hearing like desperation. That desperation actually pushes those things away. And so what actually brings it closer is your ability to let go, your ability to shift your focus. So a part of you did need to believe that this thing was completely over and done with for it to be able to come back to you. Because through that time that you were able to release this energetic pull that you had on this thing, this feeling of like desperation and lack, anytime we're in that space, it's pushing that away from us. But when you were in this space of realizing that this wasn't coming, it made you have to focus back on yourself. It made you have to pay attention to what you need, what you want, what you like, what makes you happy, all on your own without the external. And because of that work that you've done to like make yourself happy and to figure out how to like be with yourself and love yourself and hold yourself fully, you are now ready. That's what I just heard. You're now ready to let this thing in. You're now ready for this thing to show up in your reality. And it's taken a long time for this to get ready. And I'm hearing like years. It could be over a year, a couple years. This is something that I think you've thought at many points in time on your journey that it was it, but it wasn't. And you would find out that it wasn't it, like kind of in the worst ways. So like that relationship like wouldn't work out, right? Or that career just didn't feel right. Like there were just these like feelings when you thought it was the thing that just like didn't feel right in your soul, but you tried to make them work. And a part of you tried to make them work because you really didn't know how to fully lean into who you authentically are and recognize like what actually feels good for you and what you were trying to like hide things from. Like, how do I say that? Like, there's parts of you that you were trying to run from. And by grasping onto these things too early, it was helping you to avoid some of the inner work. That came through, right? Okay. And so because it avoided some of the inner work, you really weren't making the decision about those things for the right reasons that were really true for you and fully aligned. And so this thing that is coming in that is going to bring so much joy and happiness is going to it's going to be fully aligned. And it's going to be exactly what you've been dreaming and wishing for a very long time. I keep seeing 111 in my mind's eye, which is like new beginnings. So this is going to completely transition and shift your life in like the best way possible. This might mean moving for some people, like physically moving to a new job. This might just be like a huge heart opening because I just can feel, I think that's like where the emotion comes from, is there's just like this very deep appreciation and love. Like your heart is just becoming unguarded. It's like opening up. This thing is going to open you up in a way that I don't think your heart has been open in a long time. And it's really going to help you to like trust yourself and recognize that everything needs to happen a certain way for a certain reason, right? Like everything happens for a reason, even though we can't always see it at that point in time, even though it's not always like within our awareness about what that is and why. There's a reason for it. And sometimes things are pulled out so something better can come in. And this is going to bring you so much joy and happiness. And I know that it's been a really hard journey. I'm seeing somebody who's felt really left out in the cold and just like felt like they like didn't belong in a lot of spaces, and like they were watching everybody else receive their manifestations, receive their things, and they were like, well, what about me? Like, did you forget about me? And they just want you to know that they didn't forget about you. They were preparing you. And, you know, one thing is that you can't compare your path to someone else's path, because everybody has their own lessons and everybody learns them in their own time. And some people are clearing much bigger lessons than others. And so I feel like a lot of karmic clearing had to happen in your life. And so you've had a really difficult life up until this point. Um, and because it's been so difficult for you, you felt like good things just don't happen to me, and that's just not true. But even though all of that was what you witnessed and what you experienced, like, you never stopped doing the work. You never stopped showing up. You never stopped, like, really caring for other people. I can feel that you're like the type of person who really, like, has been hurt by others, but has never wanted to lash out or do that in the same way. And that takes a really beautiful soul to be able to, not one eye for another eye. What is it? Um, eye for an eye. Oh my gosh. To not like engage in that way. It takes a really special person to really just like kind of like walk away and leave things where they were and not lash back out in that way. And because you've kind of done that over and over and over again, things are aligning for you and things are going to start to become really clear. And, there's soul family coming in with this transition as well, because as your heart opens, you're going to be able to be more open to other people and relationships and situations. And this is going to be a whole new book for you, a whole new book. There's been a lot of work that you've had to do throughout 2025, and moving into 2026 is going to be, it's going to be your year. It's going to be the year that you pull forward. It's going to be the year that you shock yourself. It's going to be the year that you have been waiting for a lot of your life, that you always knew was coming deep down, but maybe for a little while just gave up on. So just know that this is coming, and this is going to bring so much beauty and love and clarity to your life. And you deserve this. You've put the work in for this. And they've seen it. They've watched you. And they've been trying to guide you and align you and help you to get to this timeline, because you were always meant for this. This was always where you were meant to go. You signed it into your contract. And you're finally there. So I'm so proud of you. And just know that keep going. Keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep listening to the internal nudges that are coming from you inside that are telling you to do, follow through and do those things. And this will perfectly align at the exact right time. If this resonates for you, leave a ladybug in the comments. That's really interesting. This is luck. Luck is on your side. A ladybug, 4-leaf clover. It's a couple of things I'm seeing. Pink, heart chakra opening, crown chakra opening. It's another thing I'm seeing. Just know that you deserve this. It's been a long time coming. If you'd like a private reading or you'd like to work with me one-on-one, you can take a peek at my bio. But I wish you all the luck. But you already got luck on your side. Love and light.